Hey YouTube, Pipe Lawyer here, coming to you once again from the Marietta Cigar and Coffee Shop. I've set my pipe down. This is the pipe I'm smoking today. My giant Mario Grande straight stem billiard. I was just in a billiard kind of mood today. Just got back from court. Overall successful day, thankfully. I posted a video, I think it was sometime last week or maybe even earlier this week, and during the video there you caught a glimpse of a book that was on this very table upon which my camera is resting right now, and it was this book. It was Men's Wardrobe, and Requiem Pipes, or Gustavo, the attorney from Portugal, posted a comment saying that he wanted to learn more about the book because since he was into men's fashion, as am I. So, good hot chocolate. Anyway, I thought about doing a video on that because it turns out that it's not just about men's wardrobe, but there are two books that I want to share with you right now that deal primarily with men's fashion, but that also involve certain aspects of pipe smoking. The first one is one I just mentioned, called Men's Wardrobe. It is by Kim Johnson Gross and Jeff Stone. You can get it at Barnes & Noble or Borders, which is where I got it. And it's part of a series, or a mini-series of, fashion books called Chic Simple. And there's a second book also that deals with men's fashion, that deals specifically how to dress when you're going to interview for a job and how to dress once you get the job. This book here, however, just talks about the overall world of men's fashion and men's wardrobe. And I just want to show you a few pictures here. It gives you very good basics on how to establish a men's wardrobe. Talks about different styles of suits. Like, for example, this is a great picture here. Different styles of suits, how to mix and match shirts, ties, pocket squares, colors, fabrics, and what to look for in the quality of a suit. Silhouette, talks about different patterns, pinstripes, and it talks about really all aspects of men's wear, both dress wear and also how to dress as a professional for casual weekends, and then weekends in which seasons, summer, fall, winter, what have you. But one of the interesting things about this is that it talks also about men's recreational hobbies and how to do so fashionably, stylishly. And it has a very brief two-page spread on pipes. And it talks very simply in these bullet points here about how pipe smoking involves both ritual and high style, and how pipe smoking is less of a sign of one's power and hubris and new money, and rather it's more for a reflective, pensive type of attitude, and how pipe smokers maintain entire wardrobes of pipes and accessories. It talks about the different types of pipes, in very widespread, wide sweeping terms, bends, straights, sandblasts. So that's this book here, Men's Wardrobe. It's an excellent, excellent treatise on men's fashion. It's very well written, and the photos that it shows are very, very expertly put in there. Very illustrative, very explanatory. If you have any doubts as to how to match up certain colors and patterns, this book here does an excellent job of that. Again, it's Men's Wardrobe. You can get it Barnes & Noble or Borders. If they don't have it in stock, you can probably order it. This is another book called Gentleman's Guide to Grooming and Style by Bernard Retzel. And this book, whereas this book talked about the fundamentals in very broad sweeping terms, this book here is very, very detailed. This is an excellent book. It talks about everything from, hairstyles. Here you have, Prince Charles, and then Albert Einstein, Gianni Agnelli, Fred Astaire, Humphrey Bogart, Tony Bennett, Sidney Poitier, and there are also Sean Connery, and how the lack of hair can actually be stylish. It talks about shirts, different fabrics, stripes, patterns, what to look for, and of course suits, ties, and what have you. And it talks about, the master tailors of London and Rome and, what have you. It talks about, brand names like Brioni, Vestimenta, Brooks Brothers, Gives and Hawks, and what have you. But the interesting thing about this is that this book, too, also talks about fashionable men's hobbies. And it goes into, let's see if I can find it right quick here. There we go. Preface to Tobacco. And it talks a lot more in depth about the various forms of smoking. The cigarette, of course, being the most common, but it talks about, there we go, the pipe. And you see over a 2-page spread here, it shows the length of a long church warden. And on the very next page, or pages, it gives a much more detailed explication about the various basic types of pipe shapes, from billiards to pots to calabashes to spigots, meerschaums, what have you. And also talks about cigars. And you see a picture here of the former Prime Minister of England, Winston Churchill, smoking a cigar, and talks in depth about that, about the different countries that make them. But also what I found very incredibly helpful is that in the next 2 pages you have a graphic display chart, a pictorial, which demonstrates the various sizes and ring gauges and what they're called by name, which is immensely helpful. So when you go into a smoke shop like this one and you're wanting a certain size, you can actually tell the person what you're looking for by name. And not just brand name, but also size. So these are 2 books here that deal with 2 passions of mine. Men's fashion here first, and men's wardrobe by Chic Simple, and also The Gentleman's Guide to Grooming and Style. Both deal very in depth with men's fashion, but also touch upon, to various extents, upon the art of gentlemanly smoking. That's it for right now. Until next time, this is Pipe Lawyer saying cheers. And remember, I'll present the evidence, but you be the judge. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.